Hi, welcome to VYAPT Growth Series, Season 2, Episode 34. I'm Pankaj Pandey, and our guest today is the Chairman of Emmbi Industries Limited, Mr. Makrand Appalwar.
Good
Hello, Mr.
morning.
Makrand.
Good morning. Good morning, Pankaj.
Good morning.
And good morning, viewers.
Nice to have you in the series.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Makrand, we'll be having four curiosities, and I'll start with the first one. You being a listed company, MB Industries Limited is the first line entrepreneurs of yours, first generation business. Can you talk around a little more around the MB Industries and the kind of growth prospects it has in the next couple of years' time?
Yeah, sure. That's pretty question of my choice always. So we are basically a company which has got a play in the polymer processing. So we are a specialty polymer processing company. So what we do is we are mainly into bulk packaging, water management, and safety management related products. We market them all over the world, about in 70 odd countries. We are present through our products and our offices or distribution network. And our belief is polymer is one of the most misunderstood elements of today's time. Uh, More than polymer to be viewed as a problem, it has to be viewed as an asset. Most of the challenges which polymer related products such as created in today's society are connected to wrong handling, either improper waste disposal or misunderstood recycling processes or poor focus towards the sustainable approach and the design of the primary cycles. So if we do it in the right spirit, in the right way, we can definitely make that particular product which is there more user friendly as well as eco friendly. At the same time, our focus in MB remains in developing all such substrates which are not just affordable for all type of industries and individuals, but also easy to recycle. So we always think about
Mhm.
what is it going to happen to this particular product after it reaches a level where it goes to the recycling level, and how is the ease of recycling available in this particular. So MB has a very specific focus in, and we have a special division and a product range called Reclaim. So in the Reclaim range, we
Mhm.
ensure that we use certain percentage of recycled polymer. And last year, out of our total distribution in the world, we have used close to 3,000 metric tons of recycled polymer. That is roughly 14% of our total consumption of polymer where during this. And
Mhm.
our focus would remain to add, keep on adding that levels into the mainstream products, because what we need to do is we should not only keep all these recycled material based products as an experimental product. It should go in the daily routine. So that's the larger focus of us at MB.
Okay. So you talked about the kind of growth prospects you have, and you also talked about what kind of sustainable measures particular industry is taking. Can you also talk around about breadth, because your operations are not only limited in India, it is it's wide spread across the world, and I'm sure and so is your business opportunity. Can you talk a little more around it, about the width of the presence and the things we have?
Yeah, sure. So, frankly, if you see polymer processing as a business is more than $200 billion business across the world. So most of
True.
this larger polymer conglomerates, what you see, let's say, suppose you had the polymer division of Reliance or ExxonMobil or Dow, and you club their top lines and then add at least 100% to it. That is the top line of the polymer processing community. Because it is fragmented in so many smaller players, it is not very visible for most of the world. But once I say that you add Dow and ExxonMobil and Shell and Reliance and GAIL and IOC, and everyone's polymer processing division is put together, multiplied by minimum two, that is what is the size of polymer processing industry across the world, and it is consistently increasing. It is consistently increasing because there are every single day there are new applications getting found. So very simple, I will explain you. When the people who are in the age of around 50s, what I am would understand it more clearly
Mm-hmm.
because your generation has not seen that as a challenge. India, we used to have the doctors used to come, they used to get the glass syringes and the metal needles and give us the injections when required or when we are unwell. And the abscess rate because of
Mm-hmm.
the spoiled, or I would say contaminated syringe used to be around 3%. So 3 out of 100 people used to get abscess in their this. But now with the time, everything has changed. There is a polypropylene syringe and a polypropylene disposable needle where it is not reused, and the abscess rate of this country has gone below 0.01%. So just see the ease which has been created because of the use of the right material at right place, and that is getting discovered every now and then. So we have seen it at the time
Mm-hmm.
of COVID. Just imagine COVID, no PPE kits or no masks which are made out of different type of polymer. What would have been the speed of the spread?
Mm-hmm.
So right application and the right use and the right disposal. Those are the three mantras. And once you understand this, then you'll understand the breadth as well as the depth of this business, how deeply and how widely it can be.
Uh, Mr. Makrand, you talked about the depth and breadth of the business of this particular polymer business. Can you also talk around the kind of innovations, which is happening in this particular business? I'm sure as we move forward, this business is going to spread across because you talk of polymer has uses across various industries, not only limiting to the retail but also into the businesses. So can you talk in around the kind of innovations which is happening in this particular industry, and what kind of employment generation is it bringing, both from direct and indirect things? And do you think that there are certain entrepreneurial ventures or entrepreneur things as well, which can be probably done in this particular space with let's say a minimum amount of investment, because the people would be interested to know around it. If you can enlighten us, please.
Well, I'm sure I don't really don't know either that can be an enlightenment or not. But what I have, I will like to share. So till now we have seen most of the polymer improvements or incremental innovations. What happened in this field were on the physical level. Now is the time which has come where chemical impregnation has become a very important part of the new generation polymer processing. So when I say chemical impregnation, what I mean, I'll explain you. So in earlier
Yes.
days, plastic used to be always treated as a kind of a protective or sheeting material for the
Hmm.
base level, that it should just keep the pani and air away from the core substrate what we have. Now we have developed a material which has got a because plastic is a very porous, or sort of polyolefins are porous material, and there is also a lot of intermolecular space where we can use it and create a material which is very sensitive for, like we have anti-corrosive plastic, we have antifungal plastic, we have antibacterial plastic, we have flame-proof plastic, and now the latest what is coming up is basically the food shelf life improvement. So in the typical way, the shelf life has improved either by creating a very thick packaging or by adding the preservatives. In both the cases, it is not very human friendly or eco friendly, because if you add chemicals or preservatives to the eatables, it's not good for your health or stomach or digestion. At the same time, if you use too much of a thick packaging, it is not economical as well as affordable as well as eco-friendly. So the new technology, there is a kind of a possibility where plastic itself is embedded with certain type of material which emits or effervesces. You have to imagine
Hmm.
this very similar to the mothballs, what we keep in our
Okay.
cupboards or other for keeping the clothes fresh. Very similar technology,
Hmm.
but food grade. It emits certain thing and which goes and coats on the material inside. Just imagine a cake which is packed in a thin pouch, and when you put this cake, there's a small layer which goes and coats it, which is edible, but it does not penetrate the oxygen. So there is no oxidation. So there is no bacterial growth happening in the cake, and the cake will remain fresh for say 6 months. So how big a food saving would be there? Food wastage would be under control. Possibility of keeping the food at different places, reaching it up to, because the food wastage in the world is to the tune of around 35 to 40%. So whatever food we create
True.
globally, only 60% we consume, 40% we waste because of different reasons, either over ordering or supply chain issues or non-proper storage issues. So this is one of the larger challenge mankind is facing, and there's a massive disbalance. Like some people have too much, and some people are having a too little, and that can be addressed. Like we can easily convert everything which is waste directed to a usable directed material. So polymer now, instead of just looking at it as a physical thing, you have to also see it as a property driven protective kind of things. You must have seen polymer being used now as a bulletproof vest, or even the knife proof vest, where no, you cannot
True.
be. So a lot of present day challenges can be addressed.
Okay. So now, when you talked around, the kind of innovations this particular industry can bring in, and you also talked around some of the employment opportunities, which this particular thing has. We would move on now to our next curiosity, which is a rapid fire round. 10 questions would be shared with you, and you have to answer them in one word or maximum of a sentence. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
So here we go. So after some phenomenal growth opportunities in the business and the kind of innovations we have, we are moving forward on the rapid fire round, and we have the first question for you. Who is your inspiration and why?
Common man. My largest inspiration is the most under privileged common person, because I think he is the one who fights hardest for survival as well as making it good.
Okay. What's your favorite desert?
Oh, it's seasonal. I like amras in summers and gulab jamuns in winters, and probably rabdi or something like that in the monsoon season.
Okay.
Pretty
What's
seasonal.
your favorite childhood? Sorry, yeah, you said
Pretty
you were saying
seasonal
something. Go ahead,
choices,
please.
yeah.
Okay, seasonal choices. The third one is, what's your favorite childhood memory?
Oh, I used to be like absolutely athletic child when I was young, and literally my mother used to search me out on the playground and bring me home, make me sit for studies. I still miss that those days. My mother is a doctor actually,
Hmm.
but that is the my like the playing on the playground was one of the biggest childhood memory.
Okay. I move on to the next one. What do you prefer, work from home or work from office?
Office.
Okay. Your favorite sports person?
Kapil Dev.
The next one is, if you had to be a Disney character, which character would you be?
I don't know Disney character or not, but I would like to be like a Spider-Man, because I like his motto. With the great power comes the great responsibility. I always get inspired by what he has done. So I'd love to be a Spider-Man if I can.
Okay, so you are influenced by Spider-Man. Taking your point, moving forward, hard work or luck, what would you choose if at all you're given a chance to choose among the two?
No, I think I'm sure luck. See, in our language, Marathi, we have a very important phrase कि भाग्य चालते कर्म पदाने. So भाग्य is basically luck, or karma is your hard work. So जो luck होता है उसके जो पैर होते हैं ना वो hard work के होते हैं. So if you want to go to luck, you need to do hard work.
Wonderful. Nicely stated, in fact. Name a song which makes you happy.
Oh, I can kind of like that uh, Shahrukh Khan's movie ये जो देश है मेरा स्वदेश. I love that song. Keep on listening all the time.
Swades. Okay, okay. Uh, the next one, reading a book or watching a movie. What do you
Watching a
prefer?
movie, watching a movie. Easy out.
You prefer.
Yeah.
You said about Swadeshi. Yeah. I move on to the last one. Do you make any new financial year resolutions? Because many of us do that every year. We make some new year resolutions,
Oh
something
no,
like this.
I actually I don't make any resolutions at all. Not in the new year time or this. Probably I really keep on consistently working on what is happening. So I can give the guidance to the team and all this. What is this year looking like? But no resolutions as such. I don't personally believe in that because
Okay.
it just dies out within a week or two. So I I am a kind of a person who likes consistency. So no New Year resolutions for me.
Okay, fair enough. So 10 on 10 to you, Makrand. You have
Okay,
been
thanks.
very straightforward in all these 10 questions. And after this rapid fire round, we'll move on with a question which is for you as a leader. Uh, as a first line entrepreneur, it's the kind of achievement which only few can have, because reaching to a stage where you have done uh, making a company listed, obviously it takes a lot of struggle. It must have been ups and downs in business, in life, which you have penetrated and gone through and through a stage today. What do you think, what has been some of the ingredient features or some of the lessons or maybe learnings which you might have from your elders, colleagues, friends, mentors, which has actually helped you in your journey? And how do you actually live it while steering your organization from the top level?
I think I'm one of the person who has failed maximum in the life, and I really don't take failure very seriously. I keep on failing, and I say that okay, this must be the one bad try I did, and let me try it again, and then I keep on trying. So I think key to it is not taking your failure seriously, because people take failure very seriously and they take it on their heart and they stop trying and then they actually fail. So like failures are the basic building blocks of any success. Unless and until you are God, you will never have all the successes and no failures, which we are not, most of us. So especially the younger ones in today's time, they are in so much of a hurry to succeed. So there is no I would say 2 minute noodle formula for success. It's a very slow process. It's like a biryani. It gets cooked very very slowly. So we have to understand this and appreciate that failure is a part of that process, and don't get deterred. So, and when I said my very first question you asked me that what is your inspiration, and I told you a common man. See the number of failures. Like when you start from the home, missing a bus to just getting a seat in the bar, entering the bus to getting a seat in the bus. So much of challenges you face even to reach your place of work where you are supposed to perform. So if that small failures deters you, you'll never be able to perform whatever. So I think what I learned from all my peers and my colleagues and everybody who's working with me is the one thing that they were very very consistent and they believed in each other. So that belief systems were very good. Like सबने एक दूसरे को ये बात मान लिया कि यदि हम बोल रहे हैं कि अगले साल हमको 20% ग्रोथ करना है, सो लेट अस डू इट. लाइक मीन्स लेट्स नॉट टेक इट कैजुअली. So that is if you don't take things casually, and द बेस्ट थिंग इज कि छोटा प्रॉब्लम रहे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम रहे, छोटा परफॉर्मेंस रहे बड़ा परफॉर्मेंस रहे, ऑडियंस कौन है सामने इसकी चिंता किए बगैर यदि आप आपका बेस्ट शॉट दोगे ना, so that is the one thing which would take you. Many people dance depending on what kind of dance or sing or perform or play or act as a managers depending on the type of audience you are. I think you should be independent of what audience. Always do best of your ability. You will reach places. That's what I learned from many of our colleagues.
That's so wonderful lesson, Mr. Makrand. Uh, you have to give your best, irrespective the kind of audience you have, and that would actually take you to places. Uh, this is something a very important lesson, I think, which we people have learned from you, and the kind of inspirational journey which you have in all the things. I wish you all the best in your success ahead, and it has been a really pleasure having you on our platform VYAPT Growth Series. Thank you so much for being with us, Mr. Makrand.
Thanks, Pankaj ji, and your entire team. Let me mention Samira, especially. She has been very consistent following and arranging this meeting. I really thank you for this platform and the wonderful way you have created. I've seen many of your episodes, they were all inspirational and nice. So I appreciate your efforts and wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Pankaj.